I am telling you right now, Boost Collective is a scam.
Boy, I've been sick to my fucking stomach watching you imbeciles type things.
All banter aside, we obviously evidently are not a scam. I did want to make one thing clear though. For me and many other marketing agencies, there are a couple things that we want you to know before you come and use us. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you what you need to have down before using a marketing agency, because it's going to save you a lot of headaches, save us a lot of headaches, and a lot of resources and time that we don't have to go through, all right? Number one, you need to understand one thing. Agencies are people, so you can't walk in thinking it's going to be some sort of robot automaton that's going to complete that task for you. It's people spending their labor, time, and energy, and some parts are automated out, which is amazing, but for the most part, there's nothing human. So I think it's going to be one of those things where if you walk in, just like accept the fact that sometimes people are going to make mistakes. Agencies are not perfect. There are so many factors that come into making your release go perfect. Same thing when you're making your music. When you have a producer, sometimes they make a mistake and you're like, yo, can you fix that real quick? They'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, and fix that, you know? Or like, you know, when sometimes you make mistakes and your producer's like, yo, they have this thing that I need, and it's like, that's just the way it works. So make sure you have that in mind first and foremost. Another reason why it makes it really hard for agencies such as Boost Collective to help you out, I really want to get this really clearly understood. You have way too high of expectations. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have any expectations, because I feel when you're gonna pay for something, then of course you expect some sort of return. What I mean is, if you're gonna have like, you know, a $40, $50 budget, you can't expect 10,000 streams coming back. It just doesn't make any sense. Only because, to put things in grand perspective, record labels have tens, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars that they put into promo campaigns across various artists. Every single other artist on planet Earth is paying to promote, and they're not putting in $50. What I'm trying to say is, since there's so much money being put, it's like supply and demand. The amount of placements there are for playlists, the amount of attention, it's a very short supply, but the demand is huge. I mean, who wouldn't want to be a rock star, right? That all put in perspective basically means that price is gonna go up. Low supply, high demand, high prices. So I want you to understand that, you know, whenever it comes to what kind of campaigns you're gonna be getting, always look at a ratio of how much you spent. Meaning that if you spend $10, then of course, then you spend $100, you need to look like, okay, $100 is gonna get me more in ratio to $10 purchase. So that's something I really want you to understand. So if all goes kind of full circle, the more you spend, of course, the more you're gonna get. However, if this is your first time, don't have too high of expectations, because over time, you're gonna kind of build knowledge, experience, you know, these book smarts and the street smarts when it comes to promoting. You're gonna know what to expect from one type of campaign when you go to an agency. Not to mention, it's not a bad idea to agency shop. I know as a marketing agency, I'm not supposed to be telling you to use our competitors. However, if you go and use different agencies, you know, then you can be like, all right, this is okay for this, okay for that, because every agency has a different value proposition. What they offer you and the special thing that makes them really important in the marketplace is all different. What Boost Collective, for example, has for you is that, you know, we have our team, really personable, not to mention we really care, because a lot of other agencies, they don't put their face. In fact, no one knows who the founders are, whatever could happen. You may get nice results, nobody knows. So make sure you always kind of check, see what the difference is and see how the marketplace reacts before you decide, all right, this is my go-to agency.
You know what I got underneath this?
Another do-rag?
My swimming cap. Cause I'm not trying to drown these. Come on.
Oh my God.
Yo, another thing you gotta understand when using marketing agencies, when they're giving you promotion that's on Spotify playlists, whether they're doing the pitching for you, finding playlists, curation, whatever it is, one, you cannot send them a pre-saved link. I know it sounds obvious, but a lot of artists that, you know, maybe this is their first time, they haven't really done it before, they're like, all right, well, my track is coming out in a week. If I can maybe submit, see where I can get it played, something like that, you know, get things going early on, it makes total sense. Like on a logical basis, it's a really good strategy. But that's only on paper, because in practice, curators are not gonna wait for the song to come out. Curators have like hundreds, you know, sometimes even tens of hundreds of submissions, so thousands of submissions every single week. They don't have time to memorize yours and be like, all right, this is good for that. So they're just gonna dump it. So make sure you have the actual song link. Don't send an album link, don't send an Apple Music link, because I get that a lot more times than you may think. Send a good link, for crying out loud. You're happy, I'm happy, the curator's happy, we're all happy, man. Another thing to keep in mind is simply the fact that a lot of agencies, we work on primarily commercial tracks. Meaning if you make a track and it's like ambient progressive rock, there's gonna be a lot less support for it than if it was, let's say, just alternative or indie rock. And the reason I say this is because there are sometimes, you know, artists, they wanna be different, they wanna try new things, blend different styles. Let me take this R&B tech style and mix it with this EDM style, you know, beat and see what happens. That's all fine and dandy. However, it's making it a lot harder to find good promotion simply because, you know, agencies are very systematic. They have like, all right, they have this thing set up for this genre and this for that. Then once you start crossing genres and musical styles, it just makes a mess. That's really hard to really find, all right, how am I gonna promote this? I can do it this way or that way, but it's just way too alternative and experimental. So I'd say take the experimental tracks and run ads on that, or, you know, to grow out through social media. With your most commercial and most highly produced tracks, that's when you're really gonna see the value of agencies such as myself. And I hope that cleared things up. And look, smash that like button if this gave you even one piece of information that you didn't know before, because A, I can help you make more content just like this. So smash that, let's get it. So that being said, please let me know if this helped you in any single way. If you want to know how to market your music in depth, I mean, one, you can use our services, but I'm not gonna hard sell you like that. Tap this video to learn how to get to 10,000 Instagram followers, and this one to learn how to make the perfect release possible. That I've done hundreds, if not almost thousands of releases by now, so I know a thing or two about that. So I'll see you on the other end. You're running, shawarma.